Welcome to this explainer. We're looking at the MV Hondius evacuation and what it actually means for working families right here in Ireland. And you know what? Let's jump straight into the single most important number you need to hear today. 0. That is the exact number of symptoms currently showing in the 2 Irish women safely brought home from that virus-hit cruise ship. Honestly, there's not a bother on them. They were on a vessel hit by a Hantavirus outbreak, which obviously made everyone on board a high-risk contact. But as we speak, perfectly healthy. It's a massive relief for their families, and look, let's be honest, it's a huge relief for the rest of us too. So Section 1, Return from Tenerife. Let's trace how we actually got them safely home. Look at the sheer speed of this turnaround. Following an outbreak that triggered Europe's public health agency to essentially declare everyone on board a high-risk contact, the ship dropped anchor near Grenada early yesterday morning. Bam! Straight away, an Irish Air Corps aircraft, flanked by our HSC medics, was dispatched. They carried out the evacuation, flew our citizens right back into Baldonel, and then did a highly secure transfer to a designated HSC facility. It's just brilliant work, isn't it? Showing real, seamless coordination between our defense forces and the health service. Which brings us to part 2, inside the Mater Hospital. What happens once they're off the tarmac? Well, this is exactly what we mean by comprehensive care. Speaking on RTE's Morning Ireland, the interim chief medical officer, Professor Mary Horgan, confirmed the women are in mighty good spirits. But the HSE is really looking after the whole person here. We're talking rigorous physical testing, absolutely, for sure, but also comprehensive mental health care and psychological supports. Because, you have to imagine the pure stress of being stuck on a quarantine ship, right? Looking after their mental well-being is just as critical as the physical side of things. Moving on to Section 3, the 42-day quarantine plan. 42 days. Yep, they face a quarantine period of up to 42 days inside the Mater Hospital's National Isolation Unit. Now, day 0 was marked as the 1st of May, so they do have a fair stretch left. It's incredibly tough on the 2 women. Absolutely no doubt about it, but this is the ultimate safety net for the rest of the country. By keeping them totally isolated for the maximum incubation period, the HSC ensures there's absolutely zero chance of this slipping out. It's this exact kind of proactive containment that ensures working families across Ireland can just drop the kids to school, head into the office, and go about their business without a shadow of a worry. All right, part 4, Hantavirus, what to know. Let's look at the virus itself. The core definition of Hantavirus treatment is a supportive medical approach. In plain English, there isn't a magic pill. Instead, if severe symptoms were to develop, the medical team focuses on intensive care, basically doing the really hard graft for the body's organs so the patient has the strength to fight off the infection. Now, while we're hoping to God it won't be needed, a highly specialized team of infectious disease experts in the Mater are fully briefed and standing by at a moment's notice. The containment protocol here is just incredibly strict. Step 1, round-the-clock monitoring in the National Isolation Unit. Step 2, rapid identification. If there's even a tiny hint of kidney distress or breathing issues, they spot it straight away. And step 3, immediate supportive treatment. It's a highly controlled loop. And the absolute beauty of it? It happens entirely behind closed doors, without ever exposing the wider hospital staff, the patients, or the general public. And that leads perfectly into part 5, why families shouldn't worry. We really need to draw a clear line between what we've been through in the past and what's actually happening today. Look, we all know the story with COVID-19 and the flu. High human-to-human transmission, sweeping rapidly through schools, communities, causing absolute havoc. But hantavirus, it has a very, very low human-to-human transmission rate. It's incredibly rare to catch it from another person. So the divide between these closely monitored cases in the Mater and our daily lives in the community is firmly protected. Honestly, Professor Horgan's words here are just definitively reassuring. She said this is not COVID, this is not influenza, this is not a pandemic. Hearing that direct, no-nonsense assessment from the interim chief medical officer puts any anxiety straight to bed. The fact that other foreign citizens evacuated from the exact same ship did test positive simply proves that the global testing process is working. We found the risk, we isolated it, and we got our people home safely. So it really makes you wonder, how often do we take for granted the massive, silent machinery of our health and defense systems? It's grand to know that while international headlines are shouting about a virus-hit cruise ship, the reality of our medical response keeps the community entirely safe. The system just works quietly in the background, letting working families get on with their lives. Thanks a million for joining me to break this down today. Take a moment to think about that invisible shield protecting us all, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.